Hello everyone and welcome to Operation Pontus, a campaign for the A-18 in DCS World. And today's episode is going to be really quite short because there isn't actually any flying in the first mission here. It's more of just sort of an introductory cinematic with a bit of a voiceover that comes with it. The reason I've decided to make a short episode out of this is because this campaign requires a little bit of backstory and explanation, because it's really very different from any other campaign that I've played in DCS World, in that it is a dynamic campaign, but still story-driven at the same time. So the way that's going to work is, other than the first real mission, the one I'll be posting next week, every other mission is going to change depending on how you've done in previous missions. At the end of each mission you're given a code which you put in at the start of the next mission, and that sets things up such as enemy positions, enemy strength values, things like that. And then on top of that there is a bit of a strategic element in that you are the flight commander here. You get to choose the loadouts of yourself and the other 3 escort flights that you have, and you set their targets. You set your target very specifically, set your other planes as to when they're doing cap or CAS, all with this kind of permanence around it. So if you take losses, that makes a big difference. Those are losses you're going to have to accept going forward. At the same time, the enemies that you destroy, they are permanently destroyed from the campaign. So something very different. I don't really know how it's going to play out, but I'm really excited to give it a go and see how it all comes together. In terms of the backstory of the campaign, it takes place in a fictional war in Georgia, as so many of these campaigns are. This time the main antagonist is a Georgian military general who seized power in a coup, very likely with Russian backing, but we've got no proof of that. And since again in this campaign Georgia has been given nominal membership in NATO, the US has decided to send help. And so we're tasked with liberating the country from the military junta that had taken power, with the military controlling most of central and northern Georgia. So far, pretty similar setup to Enemy Within, just with more of an official backing. It's a military coup rather than an insurgency that we're facing. But the big difference being that off the coast there is also a Russian carrier fleet. The idea is that tensions were easing in the area, and to kind of celebrate and highlight the warming of US and Russian relations, they were going to have a war game in the Black Sea just before the coup took place. And so there is a US carrier group and a Russian carrier group staring each other down. Currently the Russians aren't officially involved. Rules of engagement are to only return fire against the Russians, but I get a feeling that's going to change as the campaign goes forward. So anyway, I'll just end this one by showing you the speech that's given at the start of the campaign, and we'll pick this up next week where we'll do our first proper mission, that is the fully scripted mission, and then from there see how the campaign plays out.
Attention, this is Skipper speaking. Pretty sure that by now you all heard the news. General Bashishvili has only a few hours to answer the ultimatum and surrender his sorry ass into justice. Otherwise ready to draw this country into civil war. Fate and God brought us and our ship to this sea to put an end to his actions. Actions that the whole world is watching and refuses to get involved in and put an end to. If the General doesn't surrender by tomorrow morning, we will have to do what we are trained for. What you are trained for. You, this great American crew, prepared for anything. During the past days, seeing you training got me the confidence and the faith to believe that you are the best the American Navy has to offer. Every man and woman on this ship is ready to give his or hers best to perform our difficult task, quick, effective, and with no casualties. You are prepared to make the Georgian people and their armed forces feel that they are not alone, that a strong ally is ready to stand on behalf against a bully. A bully that uses other people's backs to gain power and bring chaos into the region. We came to this place to support the freedom of the Georgian people, like our fathers and grandfathers did in the past. We're going to fight the same enemy like them, an enemy whose main goal is to diminish democracy and paint his hands in blood. So now it is your chance to make them proud. It remains my first goal to bring back every single one of you alive, but a few of you might not make it to see the end of our mission. But I promise that every one of you will return home. We will leave no one behind. The enemy should know by tomorrow that we are his nemesis. He must know by tomorrow that you're the tip of the spear that will put an end to his big plans and ruin this country. Our enemy might not be as well equipped or trained like you, but they have the blind faith to their leader, to this madman that doesn't respect the lives of his men. So don't expect it to be a walk in the park. Do your best and finish this mission, and each one of you makes promise to yourself that when you leave, Georgia will be a better and safer place.